Well, good morning on this Wednesday, first day back to school for students in Grand Forks, at least K through 9. We're looking at several images. Here we go. One image of Grand Forks, live view right now at Home of Economy, and you may notice some stuff here. Raindrops on our camera. So we are getting rain on this first day back to school in Grand Forks. The good news is it's not heavy. It's pretty light. And we are looking at mainly just some sprinkles to a light shower, and this should be passing through. Still, we've got to keep an eye out for more of this happening as we're starting off here today. It's one of those situations where the kids may not need their full rain gear. If they've got the maybe jacket on, that should help absorb some of those raindrops. But just in case, if you're concerned, you could always send them along with it. You can see that the rain is mainly to the east of the Red River, this heavier rainfall, but there are some places where we're getting some sprinkles in Grand Forks proper, and then back out to the west as well, a little bit of light shower activity too. So this is something that could be affecting us for a little bit longer here before we start to see it drop southward. And the other question about this little line here is, will it start to fill in? And if it does, then that will have some impacts more within the city of Grand Forks. Back over to Thief River Falls, we're seeing these showers, and that continues on into parts of northwestern Beltrami County. And of course, you see this thunderstorm that's been actually getting a little stronger as it's been moving eastward. You can see several lightning strikes here showing up on the radar. We'll step over so we can take a better look at this. Bemidji, right at that bottom right-hand corner of your screen. So this is north of town and right at that southern edge of Lower Red Lake being affected by this. So we'll keep an eye on that thunderstorm. And of course, there's more rain stretching up toward Lake of the Woods. This is all moving east. There's going to be this boundary dropping through the valley today, and that will be the focus, the area where if we do see any more development as we start to warm things up today, that will be the area where we may see it. So we're going to talk about that coming up here. But stepping out the door in the southern end of the valley, you can see that there are some areas getting some sprinkles too. It's nowhere near as heavy as what they've got going on up toward Red Lake right now. And then there's more storm activity down into South Dakota. So two large areas, and then in between we have these spotty showers and thunder showers. So let's step you through our forecast. We've got this boundary dropping through. This is 7 a.m. so a little more than an hour from now, or a little less than an hour from now, and we're going to be seeing this boundary moving south. You can see it does kind of stretch toward Grand Forks, and we're seeing that here this morning. And then as it does move, we may watch it weaken for a bit before it resurges with daytime heating today. So by 9 a.m. you can see we're looking at that rain still ongoing in our eastern counties, and then continuing on into noon. Not a lot going on at that point. There's mostly cloudy skies, temperatures upper 60s to some 70s with some cooler air moving in out of the north. And then eventually this afternoon you could see what happens here down in Lakes Country as that boundary moves south and we start to heat up a little bit more. That can lead to more storm development, and we may have that happen here over in Lakes Country and anywhere along that stretch that sees that instability. So again, looking at the potential for rain still lingering. It's just not going to be as widespread as it was in the Northern Valley last night. And making our way into the 5 o'clock hour, temperatures around 70 to some mid-70s for highs. So much cooler with that northerly breeze taking over. We'll see some gusts into the 20s at times this afternoon. Eventually, rain chances end as this moves on, and you can see we're kind of clearing things out into the late night hours for your Wednesday night. Here's a look at your 7-day planner. Tomorrow, back to school for more students, and we're looking at a drier start around the valley. Temperatures similar into the 50s to start off, and then getting into the 70s in the afternoon. Friday will be quiet. This weekend, we do have some chances for rain and thunder returning. We'll have to keep an eye on them. You know, we could see a couple of them get a little stronger, and they'll be scattered. So we'll get some nice outdoor time in between. You're just going to have to keep an eye on that radar to time it out for when you want to be out and about here, but still feeling and looking like summer coming up this weekend.
Perfect.
Like that. All right, Lisa, thank you.